I think the bulk of the storm has passed, but I'm leaving the lights off just in case. Uh. Also got my glass of water there. That was that pause there to drink that there. Um. Nope, still there. There's still flashes of light in the distance, but I think it's most of it. Yes, it's definitely passed. It's very sad, but yes, today's topic, Harambe. Yeah, dicks out for Harambe, everybody. Harambe, I guess, mostly what I would want to talk about is basically just everything that's happened, I guess. At first, just, what it is and what it's spawned. And so if you don't know, Harambe was a 17-year-old gorilla silverback gorilla, so an endangered species, I believe, who was shot and killed because I believe a 4-year-old child fell into his enclosure, and he encountered it, and they were like super scared and shit because they didn't know what he would do. So they just shot him and killed him. Like, there were parts where he was clearly just like trying to take care of it or like be nice to it or whatever. And there were other parts where all the people in the zoo were scaring the shit out of him by yelling, and where he got like kind of weird and a little bit aggressive, so that they had to shoot him for the safety of the child. But we have no idea who the child is or how much damage he even sustained. That's just not public information. So there's not much we can glean from. Oh my fucking god, guys! But there's really not much we can glean from whether or not the child would have died. Officials say, of course, that the child might have, or most likely would have died if left in the hands of the gorilla. But of course, they're probably just trying to cover their own asses. So of course, the whole sort of movement came out of that with like people are like saying that they shouldn't have shot him and shit like that. And then eventually, it just became a huge joke. More lightning. Sorry. I don't know why I turned my lights on. Oh, damn it. I don't like doing things in the dark. So I turned my lights back on, and then there was just like a giant thing of lightning, and I caught it at like the last second. I caught most of it peripherally, but I didn't see all of it. And my lights were on. So, how much damage is she doing? Scary amounts. But just residual lightning. Probably the last one, maybe. No, I'm hearing stuff. Still. Alright, so Harambe! Silverback gorilla. Ape monkey. Wah, unga unga. Yes, this... Was that just called? This gorilla... I think somebody said my name, but I don't think they were calling me. I don't like when other people talk about me. My mom talks about me too much. But that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about Harambe. What the fuck even is there to say about Harambe? This is a suggestion from Spawn, because he's great. But, so yes, he told me to talk about Harambe. So... now we're doing that. Oh goodness, I am scared right now. Jesus, quit buffing. Just whatever, killer. Oh, that didn't do 9s. What a shame. But yes, Harambe. It's like, I don't know. It's a fun joke, I guess. Right now, it's just a huge meme, but it is like the loss of an animal, and I mean, like, is that a big deal? No, I don't know. Like, no, I think it's a big deal, of course. I just have really weird views on animal cruelty that I don't want to get too much into. Let's just say I'm really used to animal cruelty. Um, I'm not gonna delve too much into that topic, but it does sorta, it's underlined in this, in talking about Harambe in general, because Harambe is an animal. Uh, but it's yeah, it's a little ridiculous. Uh, because which is just like that they shot him. I mean, I don't know, like maybe the people shouldn't have freaked out so much. If the people didn't freak out so much, the kid would have been fine. I'm pretty sure there were other stories of a kid falling into gorilla enclosures and shit. And gorillas are like, they aren't like immediately violent, but because people freaked out so much, he got really aggressive. So it's just like there was a better way to handle that. Harambe did not need to die. This is just like, and they're really smart creatures too, right? Fucking gorillas, like monkeys in general, like they're really smart. So it's just like, it's a loss of a really intelligent and like an endangered animal. But now it's just really funny. Now it's just a big joke out of it, and there's a lot of ridiculous things that happen. Like somebody asked Donald Trump what he thought about it. I think he said there wasn't anything else they could have done, which of course was not true. Well, the authorities, they couldn't have done much because of what the public had done. But if the public hadn't freaked out so much, then they wouldn't have had to go to that extreme. But they were scared, of course, for this child's life. Obviously, humans are more important than animals. But humans are animals. So, I mean, we're sentient, but I don't know. Or sentient. I think everything is sentient, right? We think. I forget how to define sentient. We're alive. The existence of a soul and free will are both completely debatable. But we're alive. And Harambe was alive. And isn't anymore. This is a weird video. Dick's out for Harambe, though. Should I take my dick out? Should I? I mean, it's an audio show. So you won't see anything. And my lights are off. So nobody will see anything. Yeah, fuck it. Dick's out for Harambe, right? Yeah. Can you hear that? That's a zipper. That's a really quiet zipper, but yeah. That's the joke that started. I don't know how it started, but the movement was titled Dick's Out for Harambe. I don't think publicly anyone has actually, going around with their dick out for Harambe. Except me. Although of course nobody can see it. So, and you don't really have to believe that I actually just released my penis from its imprisonment, but I mean, it totally happened right now. I've been completely naked during recordings before, and I usually announce when I'm naked when I'm recording, if I'm naked when I'm recording. So it's just like, some of you might already be comfortable with that, and if you're uncomfortable with that, fuck you, I don't care. I do what I want. You're not my dad. So yeah, my dick is out for Harambe, of course, to pay him respects, because he didn't need to die. And I don't know. There are just a lot of ridiculous memes and shit, like fucking, like just people editing pictures of him and stuff. Like there was one where he had wings and shit, like he was an angel. And there's a bunch, like, I remember there was one, I don't know what it was from, but it's like a game, and it was like a monkey character, and it was like, attacking. I don't know. It might have even been. I want to say it was Smash Bros, but I'm not sure. There might even be a. It's either. I think it's Diddy Kong, but from like a different Diddy Kong, or an older Smash Bros that I don't play. But he had like. It's just like put a net on a kid or something. I don't even know what the fuck. I saw this a really long time ago, so I don't know why I'm trying to describe it because I barely remember it at all. But that happened. No, it's just a big meme thing, and a lot of people are taking it really weird ways. Like, of course, the internet's just taking the piss and having a whole lot of fun with everything. And then there's like real news sources and shit are just like really upset with the internet because they're like, "Oh, why are you gonna disgrace his name like that? And making a big joke out of everything." And they're like, "No, we're respecting him." But I don't know. Joking about death is always controversial, and I guess this is the point where this episode would have inevitably gone, talking about an animal that died. But yes, joking about death is controversial, and there's always like, I feel like there's a word for it, but there's like there's an amount of time you have to wait before you're allowed to joke about somebody's death. Like, whenever you make a joke about somebody's death, if it's like immediately after, then people are like, too early. Like, too early. Don't joke about it yet. Let him be dead for a while. But it's like, I don't know. I'm really comfortable with the concept of mortality and death. And it's like, I know I'm gonna die, and other people are gonna die. I hope that it doesn't come in an unexpected way. So when that does happen, it's a lot sadder. But like, I don't know. There are different ways to look at death and to take that kind of thing, and I think what the internet has done for Harambe has kind of, like, I don't know, it's made this sort of legacy for him that'll live on for, I don't know, I don't know how long, but at least he's way more popular now than he ever was in his life. And I mean, I feel like that's happened to a lot of people, right? There are a bunch of stories that like their death is way more popular than their life. Like, what? There was a story in Frasier, and I don't remember the name of the girl, but it was just this actress girl, and she was like, she wasn't that popular, but she thought, like, she wanted her death to be something really, really memorable. And I'm just gonna take a sip of my water here. It's in front of me, so I had to. She wanted her death to be really memorable. So she just like really, really, really prettied herself up to like extreme, to the extreme almost. But just like, you know, working on makeup, making sure she looked really, really beautiful in like in a bed full of red rose petals and shit, and then like took a bunch of pills to kill herself. Cause I don't know, maybe she was stressed or something. I don't even remember the fucking name, so I don't even think you can look this up. But took a bunch of pills, but it's just like, obviously they didn't interact well with her system, and she just like she just had to get up and go to the bathroom and puke, and she tripped on her way and she bonked her head on the toilet, and that's how she died. She died like tripping on the toilet, and now everybody remembers her for that instead of her what she was going for. At least she had a memorable death, but it wasn't what she wanted. I don't even remember the moral of that story from Frasier. I just remember that I really like Frasier, and I should watch more Frasier. That was a really dumb story, and I didn't remember most of it. And I don't even know why I tried to tell it. No, I just wanted to say something about death, and that story came to mind, but I don't know it fully. So it's just a really bad, really bad story. But I don't know. Death is weird. Death is interesting. Death is crazy. People die. If you want to believe that something happens to you after death, then sure. if you want to prove that something happens to you after death, then good luck. But it's the best thing. I think the best thing that we can do after someone has died is to remember them, to, you know, let them live on in our memories, and to just like cherish who they were as a whole, even like the good and the bad, right? Because there's a weird whole thing about like not insulting the dead, right? I believe I heard a Freakonomics about this a long time ago, where somebody had written her mother's obituary and just talked like way bad on her, and people freaked out about it. But she was just like, that's how my mom was, and that's how I wrote about her. I believe it was like an already proclaimed writer, or author, or writer. If she doesn't write any books, I don't know if she's an author. I think you're a writer if you write like articles or various things, but you're an author if you write books. I don't know if there's actually any real distinction, but how many things do we have? Oh, that is actually beautiful. One battle point left and like barely any fucking vitality. You know what that means? That means we can fucking level up with it being really efficient, which is fantastic. But yes, this is the Harambe episode. But no, death. This is the death episode. This is the how to treat death. But no, I just think like you should remember somebody, but you shouldn't embellish them, because I don't know, I feel like it actually disrespects their memory more if you just try to make them out to be something that they weren't. Even if who they were like wasn't the best kind of person, that's still who they were, right? So it's just, I don't know, everybody can take it differently and shit like that, but there's still like, I don't know what I'm even talking about anymore. I don't know anything. I'm an idiot who shouldn't talk about anything. But boopity boop boo, babada bing, there it is. Level up. Hey, we actually got things because it's 1:30. I think like for the past 3 or whatever, leveling up hasn't gotten me anything. They could have given me like the vitality on the 129 and then the next one at 1:30, but I don't know, whatever. But I'm pretty sure for a lot of these level ups coming up that I just won't receive anything. Oh, just random lightning. Awesome. Goodness. Start expanding. Because I'm pretty sure we'll have enough shit to start the next level of that whenever that's done. So yeah. Goodness, when did I start this? I have no fucking clue. But, I have a general idea. And I think it can probably be over now. And I also kind of want to put my pants back on. Well, put my dick back inside my pants. Oh, did you forget about that little detail? Because it's a thing that happened. I won't ever prove it to you, because I'm not an idiot. But it happened. Yeah. Shout out to my penis. I don't know. I don't want to talk about that too much. That's just really weird. Eventually, I'll do an episode talking about nudity or something. I don't know. Clothes. It's an interesting topic. Maybe I'll talk about it tomorrow, even, because I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Nah, I'm going to ask Mike. Mike'll decide. Yeah. So if it's a shitty topic, it's Mike's fault. Today's episode was Spawn's fault. Yesterday's episode was Cocoa Bean's fault. Yep. Cool. Take care of yourself. Oh, also, I don't know if I remembered to mention this, but I thought it was funny. I think Monday episode, because I ended with yourself, I completely forgot to say take care of yourself, and I just ended the episode. the last sentence I said ended with yourself, and I like knew that I wanted to end the episode, so I ended it on that instead of having to say take care of yourself. But yeah, take care of yourself.